It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the New York Giants, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Well, the Giants began play all the way back in 1925. And almost 100 years later, this venue was built to house their next era. MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Here to begin this one is Cameron Dicker. And away we go from East Rutherford. Gray now on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So out come the Giants, their first drive of the game coming up. And leading them out, someone playing at a high level over a decade after entering the league. He's got a Super Bowl to his name. It's Russell Wilson.
Kate, Russell Wilson's one of the NFL's most experienced quarterbacks. He's also one of the winningest quarterbacks, even with a couple bumps in the road in Denver. Remember, over that decade in Seattle with Pete Carroll and the Legion of Boom, there wasn't a quarterback that won more games in the history of the league over the first 10 years. 9 times to the Pro Bowl as well. Put a supporting cast around him, give him a run game and a defense, and Russell Wilson still knows very well how to play this game.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss. So off our first snap, we already have a pause for injury. One of the linebackers out there in some discomfort and being checked on. All right, here we go. Second down. Wilson looking to throw. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
I hate those situations, Kate, as a QB. I'm looking for an open passing lane, and I can't find one anywhere. He thought he had one available. Defense did a better job of knocking it away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Russ now from the gun. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Now Wilson on the play fake. Completed over the middle. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Chargers territory. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
Man there, it's Malik Neighbors. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Giants will have a first down. Shotgun snap for Wilson. And a man is there to knock that away.
I'll tell you what that deflection right there, Kate, tells me. That defense was following and reading the quarterback's eyes. Knew exactly where that throw was going. And it takes a little bit of intuition, a little bit of feel. He's able to get his hands on it and knock it out of bounds.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Throwing again is Russ. Wow, wide open here. Complete. And he runs it down inside the 15 before going out. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
From the gun, it's Wilson. The throw is caught. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Wilson now from the gun. He's got it! And that's a New York touchdown! Well, whether he stays the go-to guy the entire game, we will all judge together. But no doubt about it on that opening drive, Brock. He was the star. Bunch of catches and a touchdown to begin this one.
Yeah, I think this is twofold. Number one, you love to get this guy started early. He's a playmaker. He's a difference maker. Number two, this defense, well, they better be on high alert because this offense feels like they have a matchup they can attack, and that time attack a third time for 6.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Gano ready to send this away. Return coming from the 6. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. So now we'll get a look at the other offense as the Chargers take the field. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
True story. First time I saw Justin Herbert at a Pac-12 media days, I thought, that can't be Justin Herbert. That guy looks like a defensive lineman. He is massive. But then you watch him play and you realize he's one of those 6'5", 6'6" guys that's the athlete of a 6'2". The way that he moves so effortlessly. The way that rocket arm could throw the ball all over the field. And hyper productive statistically. Kind of like that Fouts guy that wore the lightning bolt before him. On any given Sunday, this guy can put on a show.
And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Micah McFadden able to make the play. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go. Herbert from the gun.
how you draw it up defensively. A 3-and-out and a sack on top of it. Create that negative play. Create a little doubt in that quarterback's mind. And offensively, well, that's the worst way to start it. No rhythm, no tempo, and now you give the ball right back to the opponent.
So on 4th down, here's J.K. Scott on to punt it away for the Chargers. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. 7-0 is our score. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They'll have it here after forcing that punt to end the first. He lofts it deep, right sideline. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Here's Wilson to the air. He locates Daniel Bellinger. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Russ looking to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
The Giants readying to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. And the fair catch made here at the 15. So no return on that punt. And the Chargers take possession. So the LA offense getting out there for their second drive. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Herbert. This into the hands of Will Dissly. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is, because that QB and tight ends, they got that ball out in a hurry.
First and 10 now from the 30. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. It's caught. This is Ladd McConkey. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Second and 3 now. Here's the lone back on the handoff. He's contained at the line for no gain. Dexter Lawrence on the tackle. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Back-to-back carries here. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. A 5-yard gain on the play. And it brings up an LA first down.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Into the hands of Conklin. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Herbert now off the play fake. That's completed right side. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. That one goes for 25 yards. And the Chargers will have a first.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
Throwing on first is Herbert. Flushed out of the pocket. He takes it himself. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. From the 17. Near the goal line. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a first and goal. Shotgun snap to Herbert. This one's caught. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
Another chance at it on second and goal, still from the 5. Herbert has it in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So now, here's third and goal. Handoff now, running right. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. The Giants using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So on fourth down, on comes Cameron Dicker and the Chargers for a field goal try. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Brown's kick is up and good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Gray now on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Giants getting one more series here before the half. And leading just 7-3, might be better to take a knee and take the lead into the locker room. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. First down, here's Russ. He finds Slayton. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Russ now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Russ is going to cook here. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Give all the credit to the coverage on that one. Even with plenty of time to throw, they never gave him a lane to complete it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Once more, it's Wilson. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Back to throw it. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Here's Jamie Gillen on again for the punt. And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. That's going to bring us to the end of this first half of football with the Giants holding things down in East Rutherford. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to Orlando. Turn things over to our buddy Jonathan Coachman in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. In the first half, we saw a strong performance out of the veteran quarterback, Russell Wilson. He has a touchdown pass, and that amounted to the only touchdown of the game for either team thus far.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Gano ready to send this away. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. Here come the Chargers for their first drive of the second half. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now Herbert to throw. Completed here to Johnston. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Second and 3 now. Give now to the running back. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third down, 1 yard to go. On the play fake, it's Herbert. Buying some time right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
These quarterbacks are so good with their clock in their head between the tackles. But you get outside the pocket, and you've got to have that same ability. If you hesitate for a second, The defenses with their speed at this level, they'll find a way to bring you to the ground.
The Chargers lined up in punt formation. And this will be his second effort of the contest. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it'll be Giants football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Gets this to Slayton. At the 20. He will go. Touchdown, New York. The Giants push their lead further to start the half. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. Gano for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants drive their lead to 11. Gano ready to send this away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And they find themselves trailing by 11 as they take over down 14-3. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Second down now, 7 to go. Herbert with a blitz coming. Short pass brought in. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Micah McFadden able to make the play.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
On 3rd and 1, it's Herbert. He's running for it. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a 1st. That's a pickup of 9. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
It's Harris on the option. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
They send the tight end in motion. Herbert from the gun. That throw finds Conklin. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
Third and a lone yard coming up. From the pistol, it's Herbert. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a fourth down.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. The Giants and Russell Wilson headed back to the field now. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tracy. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Stopped by Deion Henley. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Wilson now from the gun. Into the hands of Neighbors. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Stopped by Deion Henley. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Connects with Slayton. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out. Pick up a 5 on that play. And the Giants will have a 1st down. A give to Tracy up the middle. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 32. Finds his target, Robinson. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. Third and just 2 to go. A handoff to Tracy. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Give him 3 on that gain. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
That is some old school brutality. An offense close to a 1st down, a defense that knows there's a run headed right its way. In a battle of wills, the offense gets it done.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Tracy once more. And this time, they won't surrender anything. They wrap him up at the line. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got him tackled behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Wilson on 3rd down. He's got him. That's Tracy. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Awareness. Kate, you hear me and so many others talk about it a lot with quarterbacks, but it's critical for every unit on a football field. And for the defense right there, to have an awareness of knowing where the marker was and to make sure that completion wasn't going to move the chains.
The Giants are set to punt. It's going to be Jamie Gillen doing the honors. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line. The Charger offense making its way to the field. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Johnston brings it in. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. From the 28. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
And that's knocked away. The linebacker got him in the middle of the field, incomplete.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
Herbert throwing again. Gets this to McConkey. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Stopped on the play by the rookie from Tennessee.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. Shotgun snap to Herbert. It's caught. That's Mike Williams. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's 1st down. Working inside the red zone. It's an LA touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Crucial moment of the game here as the Chargers try for 2. Here he is to throw. And he's got a man. Complete. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. So a little pressure alleviated by the touchdown, but plenty still remains. Gonna need to manufacture another trip to the end zone as they trail by 5.
This feels a little bit like a golf event to me, Kate, where those golfers will spend a big round not even looking at the scoreboard, not even know where they sit. But then when it gets down to winning time, they do know exactly what they need. And to consider that golf analogy, well, this team now needs a birdie when it matters the most.
Now with almost 2 minutes left, they're lining up for an onside attempt they need to recover. And the Giants' hands team secures the football. Ooh, can't get it back on the onside kick. Can still get a final chance with a quick 3-and-out, though, albeit not with a lot of time for them left to work with.
Yeah, Kate, unless they can force a miracle turnover, and we've seen that before, a 3-and-out is really the only avenue remaining. Defense, go buckle it up.
The Giants about to get to work on offense. Their lead still more than a field goal, thankfully, should the worst happen, Brock. But obviously the goal here is to hang on to the ball and try to run this game out.
Yeah, the goal is to get to the best formation in the history of offensive football. The victory formation.
The victory formation.
That is all that you're thinking right now is just make these plays, run out this clock so we could take one more knee and celebrate.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he gets this down to the 41 before being stopped. LA uses a timeout here. It's second, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. They go right back to Tracy. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Tight end going in motion here. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
This one of the biggest moments of the game for Graham Gano. From the right hash, 55 yards out. Got all of it, and this is good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
Gano ready to send this away. On the return, here comes Davis. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Out comes the offense now for the Chargers. And after watching their passing attack take them the length of the field last drive, Brock, I expect we're probably going to see a heavy dose of the aerial attack again here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 30 yards on that one. And the Chargers will have a 1st.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
And they bring him down around the 34. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away. Setting up to pass. Finds him over the middle. And he takes it in for the touchdown. Down to their last breaths. And he gives them a shot now to force overtime. So there's part one, Brock. They get the touchdown that they desperately needed. Now, you'd imagine, comes a try for two.
You know, Kate, this might be just as tough as that touchdown. I know they work all week on their two-point plays, but they're hard to execute. That being said, if they want to force overtime, this is a must.
Crucial moment of the game here as the Chargers try for two. Back to throw. And that catch gets them the two. We're all tied up here in the fourth. Whew, crisis averted, Brock. They got the two and the tie for now, at least. It looks like they have saved off the L and forced themselves overtime.
Yeah, those two critical words you just said right there, for now, like for right now. But there's a lot more time on that clock than this defense would care to see. They got to step up. Offense just stepped up, got the two-point conversion. Now defense, you got to respond to send this game to overtime.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Now here comes the New York offense. And there's enough time left that you can't call it impossible. They're going to need a heck of a play downfield to get in range for a possible game winner. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for two. That's going to do it for regulation, so some bonus football in store for all those fans in the stands. We're headed for overtime. From the jaws of defeat, they snatch this game away. And now we're off in overtime to decide it. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. So here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. First and 10 now from the 30. First throw of overtime now. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, Well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd, Wilson. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he's just going to fair catch that one at the 24-yard line. No return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. Their defense got off the field clean, Brock, and now their offense runs on knowing that any points are going to end this game.
Well, you want to look up complimentary football in the football dictionary, this might be the most important time for it. One side of the ball makes a stand, and the other side gets a chance to go win it.
Here's a give up the middle. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Second and 10 now. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Oh, and they're going to have the fullback trying power for it. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
They'll send out the punting unit. And in overtime, he needs to make this a good one. The fair catch taken in at the 28-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. Each offense has had a chance to score now, Brock. Neither one could, so we're in a sudden death. The next score wins it.
And wouldn't it be great, Kate, if we saw one of these defenses just take a turnover back for the winning touchdown? Really just surprise everybody here.
Love that.
It'll be a little tougher to do now, though. Both offenses a little more settled in, and you've got to imagine a little more sense of urgency.
He finds Slayton. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Trying the right side with Tracy. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. This one goes for 3 yards. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
Here's 2nd and 11. Taken in by Bellinger. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. The Chargers into a nickel set, 3rd down. Running back sent in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson gets this to Slayton. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Russ off the play fake. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Russ is cooking again. Connects with Slayton. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Calm, cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of them.
They've got 1st down from the 31. It's Tracy on the carry. And he's going to get this to the 29 before he's stopped. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. This is Tracy. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. And they'll be unable to stop the clock again here in overtime. And now the entire game rests on his next kick. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. As they'll be left with just one more to work with here in OT. This is one of the biggest moments of the game for Graham Gano. Made his first one. This is a little over 40. The kick is good. He got it. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time that he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
So here at MetLife, it's the G-Men who come away with the win. And they only needed a field goal to end it, as their guy connected on an absolute bomb through all the pressure to claim a heck of a win here in overtime. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a well-earned win for the Giants as we say so long from New York.